Okay. I apologize for that. I don't know. My system just collapsed. All right, let's start again. Today is your last day, and as I was saying in the other video before we got cut off, that this day is always it's a bittersweet day because you're celebrating. You've gotten to the end of a program. It's not the end of the process. It's not the end of your healing. It's not the end of eating clean. It's not the end of any of that. What you've done today is you've completed a big part of your learning. You're still going to keep learning about your body as you go on. Your body's always going to be changing. And you might find that things that are working for you really well now might not work for you the same way in 5 years, and vice versa. So we're celebrating, but of course it's also sad because we're coming to the end of our time together. It's always a very, like I said, bittersweet time for me. And it is important that when you come to the end of a process, when you come to the end of something that you've given so much of your time and effort and life and energy to, we're going to take a little bit of time today, or all the time today, to really evaluate that and what that means for you. Because in order for you to move on from this, you need to have a really good grasp of where you were, where you've gotten to, what you've become, what have you accomplished, and what is it you're going to focus on moving forward. And this is a process that you could apply to any area of your life, really. This little exercise we're going to do today, it is about taking stock. And you always, in order to continue to evolve, in order to continue to grow in any part of your life, in order to continue to raise your level of awareness and raise, really what's happening here is raising your level of consciousness, is take stock every once in a while. You know, maybe you want to do it once a week, maybe you want to do it once a month, maybe you do it every 3 months, but really taking the time to sit down with yourself and evaluating where you are in your health, in your relationships, in your professional life, like anything that you are working, whether you have goals that you are working towards, taking stock is really important. So that's what we're going to do today. I'm going to give you like about 5-10 minutes if you need to write this down. I want you to think about 3 things. I have 3 questions for you. What were your 3 biggest wins on this program? So what are the things, like your big breakthroughs, like your big, oh my God, like your big aha moment, 3 of those. And then I want you to think about what were your 3 biggest lessons. So that's different than your wins. A lesson is something that you're incorporating into your life. It's something you're going to keep thinking about. It's something you're going to keep observing. What are your 3 biggest lessons? And then I want you to think about the 3 areas that you're going to focus on moving forward. So this could be you know, something emotional that's happening with you. Maybe by clearing out the physical toxins, you're becoming more aware about how your emotions function. Maybe it is something physical. Maybe there's something specifically, a symptom in an area of your body that is not quite where you need it to be. It could be that. It could be that as a result of bringing your health up to a completely different level, which automatically brings the way you think to a different new way of seeing yourself. You're seeing a different version of yourself. So maybe you're going to focus on something completely outside of your physical or mental health that you haven't been able to focus on before, but now that you've gotten yourself energetically to a different place, that's something that you want to focus on. All right. So I'm going to put this in the chat. Your 3 biggest wins, your 3 biggest lessons, and the 3 areas you're focused on moving forward. I'll give you a few minutes to write those down. And then we'll just go in the order that I see you, and you'll share your answers with us. And anybody who's watching the replay, please also go through this exercise, and you can share your answers with us on the group until Sunday. The group does close on Sunday. At the end of the day, Sunday, we'll close the group. So if you need to copy any of the posts, you want to download any of the photos, you want to copy, you know, take a screenshot of any of the conversations that were on there, make sure to do all of that by Sunday. In today's email, you should have gotten a link it's one link that will take you to all the videos that we've done, and I'll add this one also today. You will have access to that. I'm not going to erase that. It's not going anywhere. So save the link so you can go back and rewatch anything that you feel like you need a better grasp on, or just go back and watch things that you missed. You have your emails. Obviously, you have access to the documents. So basically what changes really is we don't have access to the Facebook group anymore. So let's just go through this and then we will talk about that, the little logistics after. If you're, as soon as you finish, please just raise your hand so that I know that everybody's done, and then we can start sharing. I was muted. Shaima, but look, I put them in the chat, but I can copy them and put them for you here. 1 second. Why is it not pasting? Oh, come on. Okay, it doesn't want me to paste. Do you see them in the chat, Shaima, or not?
Hi, Dana. No, I can't see them.
Okay, here, I put them here. 3 biggest wins. Okay, did you get that?
No. So it's just tell me.
In the Q&A, right where you asked, where you typed your question, I answered back.
Okay.
Did you see it?
Yeah, I did. All right, thank you.
Hello? Yes, hi Delia.
Hi, Dan. How are you?
Good.
I'm sorry, I got joined late.
Okay.
So what are you doing?
We're doing basically, we're taking stock of where you are in terms of this journey. So I put it in the chat. I want you to answer these 3 questions for me, please. What were your 3 biggest wins after completing this program? So in terms of the success, right? Whether that's reversing a symptom or understanding something better, your 3 biggest wins. And then I want you to write down your 3 biggest lessons from the program. And then I want you to write the 3 areas that you're focused on moving forward. And that could be something physical. It could be a symptom that hasn't quite subsided or reversed for you yet. You could still be just really focused on healing that. It could be something emotional. It could also be something not related to your physical or emotional health at all. It could be that now that you've raised yourself energetically to a different level of health, you're seeing your life differently, right? You're seeing this as a new version of you. It could be now that you get to focus on something, another completely different area of your life that you maybe couldn't give attention to before because your health was holding you back. So there's no wrong or right answers here, ladies, for all of you, right? It's really just how you're feeling. What were your wins? What were your lessons? And what do you want to move forward with? All right. And I'm giving everybody some time to write these down. And then as soon as everybody's finished, we're going to share them with the group. All right.
Okay, thank you. And I want to take this chance. Thank God I could today join the the meeting. I want to thank you so much. This program has been life-changing, and really it helped me a lot in many ways, in health aspect, and also emotionally or spiritually, that I was more confident that things that I couldn't imagine that I can do, and I did it, especially
Amazing.
eating vegetables for me and the celery. I'm
Amazing.
trying, but it's hard, but and it's a step, and even emotionally it's very important that we get confidence in each other. And I will write this down. Okay.
Yes. Perfect. To write those down in your wins and your lessons. Amazing. Thank you.
Sorry, Dana, I cannot try. I don't know how to write it. I press on Q&A or what?
No, you don't need to write this anywhere for me. Write it down for yourself, like on your phone. If you're
Okay.
yeah, write it down for yourself, and then you're going to share it verbally with me.
Okay. Okay, thank you.
All right. Sorry if that wasn't clear, ladies. Yeah, you don't have to write it anywhere here. Just write it down. If you sometimes you need to think about something and you want to write it down, obviously if you don't need to, if it's right on top of mind, you don't need to do that, but we're going to share it as a group verbally. And remember to put your hands up, ladies, when you're finished, so I can just see how close we are. Okay, ladies, let's take a few more minutes. Let's wrap up your thoughts. A few more minutes and we'll get started. All right, let's start with the ladies who are finished. Randa, you go first. 3 biggest wins, 3 biggest lessons, and 3 areas you're focused on.
Okay, 1 second. Okay, so my first biggest win is the fruits. I rarely had fruit, and it's like a discovery for me.
Okay.
And in a different way, because I always used to think of fruits as like the bad food that's gonna make me have a lot of sugar in my blood or gain weight or be bloated. So fruits are a major discovery. Also, second is the energy and clarity that I'm getting without my coffee and without the food that I'm used to. And third is the amount of information that you've given us about the liver, about the hormones. All of this is amazing. It's a win for me. And the lessons, first, well, to try something new and not reject, because before entering, I thought I knew how to live the days, you know, and to have, I was happy actually with my eating schedule and my meals, but well, I was Delia pushed me to do it with her to encourage her, so I just like decided, and so I learned not to reject, to try something new, even if I know I have it or I know it. And the second is to finish it till the end, because along the program there were days when I was angry and I wanted to break something, but I kept my patience, and when I found the results, of course, when I finished it or towards the end. And third is to be open to learn, because there's always more to learn. And from the things that I'm the goals is to incorporate sports with my new eating habits, because I used to work out, but somehow I couldn't concentrate on working out with the new eating schedules. I don't know. I was like, I wanted to concentrate on the detox, and well, now that I'm in it, I want to incorporate sports with it. And second is to be more structured and organized with my schedule. So to have a plan like every day on what I'm going to do, and to include the food in it, because sometimes I just used to grab a few things in my bag and eat them along the way. Well, now I want to plan it more. And third is to know more about myself, because as I said, I thought I knew what I wanted to, how I eat, and I thought I knew myself. Well, it turns out I don't know myself that much. So I want to know more about myself in every aspect, emotionally, physically, everything. That's all.
That's amazing. That's amazing. This is, you know, and this goes to everybody. You're just allowing yourself to, you know, to feel like you felt the anger, you felt the frustration. Like there's nothing wrong with all the feelings. You let yourself go through that journey of feelings. Basically, like you said, it's allowing yourself to experience something new without judgment, right? Like I'm just going to go through this and I'm going to see what happens. And then if I realize something new, I get to change my mind. Like I thought I knew something really well, but I'm going to allow myself to look at it in a different way. And there's nothing wrong with changing your mind about something, right? There's nothing, that's how we evolve. That's how we unlearn things, learn and relearn, by making it okay to change your mind, making it okay to say, you know what, I thought I knew something. Turns out I didn't really know it that well. So let me go and explore this new way. And this is so important because this is just what makes us human, right? Like, and not sort of stuck in our ways, and not, especially as we get older, and not just sort of being of like, well, this is just how it is and this is just how it's going to be. Really opening yourself up. And as you can see what happens now, you see you're knowing yourself more. You're getting to see a different version of yourself. That's what I mean. Like, you're getting to see, oh my gosh, well, now I can do life this way instead of how I always thought that it was supposed to be done. Now I get to enjoy this part of my life. Now I get to explore a different area of my life, because you're a different human being today than you were a month ago. So thank you for that, Randa. Thank you very, very much.
Thank you, Dana.
You're welcome. Alia, you're next. Alia, please unmute yourself if you're speaking, because we can't hear you.
Yes, I was not speaking. I'm not speaking. Okay. Hi, Dana.
Hi.
Hi, ladies. First of all, I want to thank you. I'm so grateful that I joined. I owe this to my friend Rehem, actually.
Uh-huh.
She's the one who got me here.
Okay.
Yes, and it was great. Rehem Nusir. Now, can you hear me?
I can hear you. Yes, I can hear you fine.
Yes? Okay. Okay, I will start with the 3 wins.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, Ali.
Not that I focused on results, because I like the process more, but I actually lost 3 kilos,
All right.
which is big for me because my scale does not move.
Okay.
So this is a big win. The celery juice and lime, I'm خلاص following that إن شاء الله. يعني خلاص, it's one of my habits now.
Okay.
And drinking more water.
Mm-hmm.
And I understand that I have so much more options now than the just usual simple saute plate. Don't I have potatoes and zucchini and carrots and that's it? No, you open me up for a whole new world of vegetables. So thank you, Adena. I appreciate that. The 3 big lessons. I would say that I can. This is a big lesson. I always convinced myself that خلاص, this is the area of my comfort. خلاص, I can't. So now I can. I'm using the oil routines now, and I'm very conscious on what products to use on my skin. And my skin is now glowing, and everyone is saying that. And whenever I meet someone, no, they're like, "What are you doing now? You're glowing."
Yeah.
Yeah, so this is great too. And the third thing is the big lessons. You've been teaching us so much, so I'm getting a lot of learning from this program. And the hormones, all the talk about the hormones was exceptionally good for me. The 3 areas that I'm going to be moving forward with is moving consistently.
Mm-hmm.
So before I can relate to what Dalia said, I was focusing on the program, and I stopped exercising because I was like scared of my energy and just focusing on the preparation. But I started moving a little bit more and realizing that I shouldn't just exercise. It's like not like 3 hours a week only, but live a more active lifestyle. So keep moving. And the sleeping hours. I've been sleeping very late and waking up very early. So now I'm having some weird sleeping schedule. Now I'm sleeping very early.
Okay.
The meal preparations and the hours of eating. I'm still working on that because I like to plan ahead everything and make the routine accompanied with the hours of eating, which is actually good, so that I get my life, I get my family to work on that too, because we will all be eating together. So it will actually, I'm trying to transform what I learned to my kids. Continue to making better choices with every meal.
Mhm.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you, Dana, so much.
You're so welcome. You're so welcome. I think everybody here can relate to your 2 words of I can, right? All of you can relate to that because you can. All of you did. Regardless of the doubts that you had a month ago, any doubts that you had during the process, which are 100% natural, by the way, right? But by this point, you realize that despite the challenges, despite your critter brain, right, always there trying to sabotage you, you can. All of you can, and I love that. That was one of your realizations. And then, of course, I love that you are seeing the potential with the vegetables, right? Because this is something that if everyone's like, well, what am I going to eat if I take out wheat and dairy and sugar? You have, in terms of fruits and vegetables, just sheer quantity of, you might not have every single variety and species available to you, but there's like thousands, right? Thousands and thousands and thousands of varieties of fruits and vegetables and plants that are available to us to eat versus bread and pasta, right? Like it's just so incredibly bountiful that it is so incredible that you realize that it's just really the options are endless. And it's just going to follow. Also, you're going to see seasonally, you're going to get more in tune with nature. The more you eat the things that come out in their seasons, the more you're going to have options, the more you're going to have variety. So this is also, I really love that you realize that. Thank you so much. Thank you, Anya.
Thank you, Ben.
All right, who wants to go next? Because I don't see any hands up. Mona, go ahead. Mona, please unmute yourself if you are speaking, and because we can't hear you. No. All right, no problem. Shaima, go ahead.
Hi, Dana. Hi, ladies.
Hello.
Hi. So my one of my biggest wins is the shift from the intermittent fasting because I've been practicing or following it for almost a year and a half or 2 years. It was more of a pattern for me.
Right.
So the shift into eating every couple of hours or listening to my body or not depriving my body from eating, this is a big win for me. And not gaining weight is related to it as well. Okay, so I think that's one of the biggest things. The other thing is not being afraid of eating the veggies and the leafy greens because I have a problem with my gut. Now I'm just embracing the bloating and I'm eating it. And actually, I love the green salad. Before it was just the lettuce or the cabbage and the cucumbers. Yeah. Now I have variety, and even though with including the garlic and the onions in the roasting or the dressings, okay? Because before it was a nightmare for me at restaurants. Whenever I go, I have to ask that the food is not marinated, or the chicken or the vegetables is not marinated with garlic and onions. So this is a great thing for me to be able to eat food that has garlic and onions. And the third thing is getting rid of the tablets that helps in the constipation and bloating. Okay, so now I know it's a long process that I have to go through. So I'm living with it. It's getting better, definitely, from where I started. Okay. So I think these are my wins. I'm actually happy that now I can eat whatever I want, and it's okay to be bloated for quite some time, and then it goes away. The lessons, I said already one of them, that food that I can eat every couple of hours and not gaining weight. This was one of the things. The other lesson was the bloating I just said. So I'll go to my goals. is to introduce, for me, going forward, I'll introduce the grains and legumes going forward, because now I just want to take it a little bit slow, just with the vegetables and the greens and the fruits as well, because I hardly ate fruits before. And to stay away, the other goal is to stay away from sugar. Actually, I don't have any cravings ever since I started the program. I don't have any cravings for sugar, which is great for me. The third goal actually is to quit smoking, because so far I've worked on the caffeine. I go to the gym. I do everything in the morning. I'm very active in the morning, yet the smoking is maybe on the next program I'll work on this more.
Yeah.
But thank you for everything.
You're welcome. So this is all, everything that you're saying really is about freedom, right? Like you freed yourself from the restrictions of when to eat. Like I can't eat, because I'm doing intermittent fasting, or the freedom from the fear around certain foods, freedom from being controlled by cravings. And this is huge, right? Because it is literally, it's like a load off. That I can go and I can eat something now at a restaurant that I couldn't. I can just eat every 2 hours, even though before I was restricting myself, and which is on a level you might not have felt, right? That restriction, that's going to raise cortisol levels. It's going to keep you in a state of stress without you even feeling it. So you have pushed yourself and you have literally come out to that's freedom is the only word that I could think of as you were speaking. So this is amazing. I do have one word for you though, and we're going to be working together anyway in the next program, but I want you to be careful when you introduce the beans or grains or anything. So the bloating you might be feeling from vegetables, from fruits, that is a healing process. And so you're feeling the effects of it. However, grains are on the inflammatory side of food, right? They're on the acidic side of food. So, and this goes for everybody. If you introduce these foods and they create bloating or discomfort, it's because they're not working for you, right? So those aren't the kinds of foods that we need to keep in and keep working with and keep trying to see if they're going to work. If you've soaked them overnight, and this has to happen if you're going to eat grains, any kind of grains, they have to be soaked overnight. And you need to squeeze a few tablespoons, like 2 small lemons in the water. Or if you have apple cider vinegar, you can put like 2 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar, soak them overnight, and then the next day rinse really, 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 really well to make sure you've gotten rid of, because they're going to release all the phytic acid into the water, and it's the phytic acid that's the problem. If you do all that and then you consume them in small quantities, remember, half a cup cooked at a time, and they still bloat you, that's your sign that they're not working for you. So very different than the bloating you're feeling from fruits or vegetables or whatever, right? Just a note for you. But otherwise, enjoy your freedom. Thank you, Shaima. Who is next here? Rehem, go ahead. Rehem, you're what is it? Unmute yourself, please, if you're speaking. No. All right. Hanya, go ahead.
Okay. Hi, Dana. Hi, everyone.
Hello.
So the 3 biggest wins. Number 1 is like the importance of eating fruits and veggies, and how it's affecting my body and mind as well. And also the preparation of the groceries and getting the fruits and veggies. Like before, I was so lazy to wash and chop, and
Right.
like
Yeah.
I felt it's like a burden. I always feel it's a burden to do everything like this, and I'm doing this just to cook, and that's it. But now I feel like there is a purpose, like I'm nourishing my body. So it feels now like I'm enjoying it. It feels amazing. Also, I'm not, understanding my body. I'm more understanding my body and how it reacts when I eat something not right, or, how it affects my sleep and how I feel. So I said this one. Okay. For the lessons, like how my hormones got affected with what I eat. Because in the beginning, before the program, I was complaining that I'm menopausing and I have like symptoms like anxiety and fatigue, low in energy. So yes, like I'm so like surprised how really now I feel much better, lighter, energetic. I'm able to concentrate more. Before, like I have very poor concentration. So that improved a lot. Yeah. I think that's it. No, yeah. The 3 wins. Sticking to my morning routine, which is the smoothie and lemon water. I'll keep doing this. Exercising, of course, and getting creative to like apply new healthy recipes. And try like new stuff with the coconut flour or the wheat flour. Before I never think about doing this, so I think now it's totally different.
Yeah, you get to get creative now you get to, like we said, all the options are there, and especially when you want to get into baking, those of you who enjoy sweet, I still love having something like sweet with my coffee, for example. So being able to experiment and discovering what you can have that's still always going to keep you symptom free, going to keep you moving forward in your health. That whole experimentation, like when you said it, it's about how you were lazy before and you just didn't want to prepare the vegetables, like like all of us are like that. And it shifts because your mindset shifts. You said, now I have a purpose. And this is all, and when the purpose, all of us have done this, when the purpose before was just dieting, right? Or when the purpose before was just to change the number on a scale, that can get old really quickly. Like it just gets like, here I go again, trying to do the same thing again. But when your purpose is healing, and when your purpose is thinking about yourself in 5, 10, 15 years, that is something that's going to require you to put a lot of different skills together. It's going to require you to use your intellect, right? And a big thing that I always tell everybody when it comes to your health and taking back control of your health, you're the only one responsible for your health. That's a purpose, right? Being responsible for your health, but it requires you to use your intellect. It requires you to think. It requires you to read. It requires you to question. Always question anything that you're learning from me, from anybody else you follow, anything that you read. When that deeper purpose is you, basically you're the purpose, it requires you to do all of that. So thank you for bringing up that word, such a key word, which is purpose. And always remember, what is your purpose? Like, what is your big why for what you're doing? And that's what's going to keep you motivated, right? Like, my purpose is to heal, or my purpose now is to have my family follow me, or my purpose now is to see how I can get to a next level of energy, or like Shaima, my purpose now, like I've ticked off all these things. My purpose now is to take my body to another level by stopping smoking. Always dig in for a deeper purpose, and always engage your intellect and your emotions and your your curiosity and your questioning. And that's what gives you the most amazing results. Thank you so much, Tanya, for that. Thank you.
And my son started to drink smoothie in the morning now.
Your son too. Boys are a lot harder than girls. So yeah, that's congratulations
Yeah.
on that one. Amazing.
Thank you, Dana. Thank you so much.
You're
Thank you.
very, very welcome. You're welcome. Maha, go ahead. Unmute yourself, please, Maha.
Hello,
Hello.
how are you doing? Missed you so much.
Good. I missed you guys this week too. Tell us.
مش عارفة, I can't think today. I just wrote the questions
Yeah.
and I stared at them and then I told myself I will do it يعني another time. I really appreciate the program. I like it and I signed up for the next one.
Yeah.
But مش عارفة, today is not my day. I have lots of folding, lots of things. But I'm very glad that I joined.
Yeah. This is there's no pressure here, right? There's no pressure. I'm not gonna make you share something if you don't want to. But your observation about, you know, it says a lot about how you're understanding yourself. And it says a lot about, right? Like I know this is amazing. I know I have the answers, but you know what? I don't have them right now. And as much as I love this group and I appreciate this group, I'm not able to share right now. This is really important because it shows that you are honoring yourself, honoring where you are day to day. You know, you have a lot to do today and your mind happens to be somewhere else. So I'm just going to invite you to share with us whenever you do feel the inspiration, whenever you do feel like you want to share in the best way possible, share with us on the group. No problem at all. All right.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome. Anybody else want to share with us today? Riham, go ahead.
Hi, Dana.
Hi.
Hi, ladies. Thank you, Alia, for your words. This is the second round for me. The three biggest wins و three biggest lessons وال three areas اللي أنا عايزة أكمل فيهم. كنت اتكلمت عليهم في الراوند اللي فات. هما تقريبا نفس الحاجة. إن أنا نفس الكلمه اللي قالتها عليا بالظبط، وانا لقيت نفسي انا كاتباها على الورقه. يعني بقى فتحت الورقه اللي انا كنت كاتبه فيها لقيت I can. دي دي كانت اول حاجه انا كنت كاتباها وقلتها المره اللي فاتت. مش هتكلم على الوينز كتير والليسنز بس، لان هو انا كل البروجرام كان بتعلم منه وستيل بتعلم. كنت اتكلمت معاكي في البونس كول عن ان انا كنت خايفه ان انا دخلت راوند 2 عشان خايفه ان انا ازهق. انا جالي حاله الزهق دي في لاست ويك، ده الاسبوع الاخراني ده. كنت حاسه لو انا عايزه اجرب ده، قدامي حاجه بحبها فما مد ايدي باكلها. كاني مش عارفه اعمل كنترول، بس في كنترول يعني مش الماكسيمم، بس كنت بعمل كده. بس النهارده انا قايمه بفكر، هو it's my birthday، فكنت قايمه بفكر في حاجات لنفسي.
Happy birthday.
thank you. لقيت نفسي بكتب سطرين بس، معرفش يعني هقولهم كده. هما conclusion التو راوندز. ان انا كنت عايزه اعمل حاجات، انا I want to do things لنفسي. لقيت نفسي ان انا I can do it، يعني انا اقدر اعملها وقدرت اعملها. I could. ضعفت وزعلت من نفسي وزهقت شويه ان انا بوظت حاجات، ومش بوظت بس اللي هو ان انا برجع تاني كاني برجع للداون تاني. بس لا، بفكر تاني، لا انا مش هستسلم، انا هكمل، لان it's a path وانا بختاره دلوقتي لنفسي ان انا عايزه اكمل فيه. لنفسي ولعيلتي وكل الحاجات اللي حواليا. الكلام اللي انتوا قلتوه لي في البونس كول على انا بكون قاعده في مكان شايفه اللي قدامي دايما بيجادج مي ان انا ايه اللي انت معقوله هتوقفي ده، هتوقفي ده، هتوقفي ده. بس انا بتكلم عن نفسي ان انا بس انا قدرت، انتوا ما قدرتوش. دي بالنسبه لي كانت يعني هو ده دلوقتي اللي انا بفكر فيه، يعني ده اللي بحاول املى دماغي بيه. لان انا في الاخر عرفت وتعلمت، فمش هرجع تاني. ف ده بالنسبة لي دي الوينز كلها والليسنز كلها في الكلمتين دول.
Powerful, right? Powerful. And all of you, you've done that. What you've learned now, even when you have those moments, and we all have them, if it makes you guys feel any better. I just had a moment like that on Sunday. There's going to be moments in your life where you might be bored, where you might be really sad. For me, it was sadness. It was a very difficult day for me on Sunday. It's going to happen. When you're faced with something, you might slowly overcome routine emotions and overcome them, and then you don't need the food anymore. But there's always, because this is life, there's always going to be a time when life throws you a curveball, throws you a lesson you haven't learned before, throws you an experience you've never experienced before. And like what I did on Sunday, I was like, my sadness is just too much. I've never experienced this before. I don't know what to do about it. And I found myself getting my phone and like scrolling through talabat. I'm like, what can help this? I ordered like 2 massive sandwiches from TBS. When they arrived, I think I ate them in a minute. It doesn't work. It didn't help my emotions. We know that, right? But there's going to be times when that's going to happen, and it's okay, right? So I don't want you, when and then I'm not going to say if this happens to all of you, when it happens to all of you, because it will. Whether it's the boredom, whether it's a huge thing that happens that you've never experienced before and you just don't know, and no thought model is going to work, because you can't find the right
محدش عارف امتى.
Right? When you're faced with something like that, don't look at it as a weakness. Riham, you mentioned something about you're not, you're human, right? Whatever it is that happened to you, whatever it is that might happen, it's not weakness. We are human beings. We're going through a human experience. There's going to be things that we can't control. You're going to get really good at the day-to-day things, right? Where you tell yourself, like Riham, like, I am able to do this and somebody else isn't. Like I used to have to go and like eat 16 chocolate bars every time I had an argument with my husband, for example, right? I've been married for 27 years. Every time, like if I just didn't know, if I was just angry or just frustrated, even if the argument ends okay, my emotions were just always very high, and like to calm myself down, that was the solution. I don't do that anymore. It's not worth it. Like, I'm not going to go and eat 10 chocolate bars because I've had like another silly argument with my husband, or like another silly argument with my kids, right? When I say routine, I'm talking about that. So those are the things you want to strengthen your resolve around. You've done it. You've done the experiment of trying to stuff your face in order to have that experience become easier. It doesn't work, and it just keeps repeating. So don't leave yourself in that pattern, right? But when there's something, you're in this process and it's new, and getting bored a few weeks ago, that's new, and that's going to happen. You've been doing this at him for 2 months now. So if after 2 months you got bored, that's okay. That's okay. And that's a signal, that's a communication from your body, potentially to think about, right, am I bored from the type of food? Am I bored from the routine? Is something else in my life happening and I'm just thinking that it's boredom? Whatever it is, you're going to go and you're going to have something that's not optimally healthy for you. So what? You're going to go and have it, and then you're going to think about it. So this is the difference now, is that when these moments come, you're going to think about them. Even if you're stuffing your face with the 2 sandwiches like me, like in the middle of the let's call it a breakdown, you're going to be thinking about it. Whereas otherwise, before, we never used to think about it. It's just sort of this, you kind of go into this, I used to call it like, just like, like you just go into this like robotic sort of motions. Now you're going to think about it. And now I say you engage your intellect. You're going to think about it, and you're going to process it, and you're going to understand, which means that the next time it happens, you're going to be ahead of it. And you're going to remind yourself, right, so here's the same thing that happened last time. Do I really need to go and eat the 2 sandwiches again? and evaluate, right? Is it a same situation where you know eating the sandwich is really not going to help? Is it a brand new situation that you just haven't learned to process yet? And as you're learning to process, you need some help from food, perfectly fine. This automatically brings you up. When I say, you know, raising your level of awareness, raising your level of consciousness, it's that. It's like not doing things sort of in a blind rage, right? And not doing it blindly, not doing it robotically. So just process and always, always, always be kind to yourself. The advantage all of you have here is that you are strengthening your internal terrain. You've done it automatically just by being in this program. So your body's already going to be able to handle a pizza or 2 TBS sandwiches or whatever it is you need to have. It's going to be able to rebound from that. And the more you do it, the more it's going to be able to rebound faster because you're stronger on the inside. Your digestive system is getting stronger. It'll identify the toxins a lot faster, but it will also be able to rebound faster. So always keep this in mind as you're going through life. We're humans. We are very much run by our emotions, not our logic. Otherwise, everybody would be thin and everybody would be healthy, right? If emotions had nothing to do with it. So be kind to yourself in this process, and nothing has gone wrong here. The only thing that I would say for you is to just catch your thought when you say that I've dived, right? No, you're just human.
Yes.
You're not weak. There's nothing wrong. All right. Thank you so
Dana,
much for
so much.
sharing
Thank you,
that.
ladies.
Thank you. All right, ladies, with that, we are coming to the end of our final call. I want to take a moment to thank all of you for being here. I want to take a moment to truly appreciate you for taking this step in your life and in your health. I know, and I know that it's a big leap of faith for all the ladies who joined the program, because basically they're like, right, you're telling me there's something that I'm going to have to do, and it might or might not work for me, but I'm going to go ahead and do it anyway. So it is a leap of faith, and I don't take that lightly. I don't take my responsibility with you lightly ever. And I want to let you know that whether you join the next round or not, I'm always here for you. My doors are open for you. So if you have a question, if you have a concern, reach out to me. I don't not answer just because you're not in a program anymore, for example. That never happens. So of course, I would love you all to continue the journey, because I understand and I know the importance of consistency and being in a group and being where you're supported all the time and where there's accountability and motivation. But that doesn't mean that it's for everybody. So I just want to reassure you that as you continue on this journey, I'm here for you. Message me, reach out to me, because it is an ongoing journey. Like I still have ladies from September who message me because something happens. They're you know, everything is going along really well, and then like all of a sudden they're not feeling really well. It's going to happen. This journey is ongoing. And I just want to thank you all for being here. I want to acknowledge all of you for taking this step in your life. And I want to, that's it. I just want to thank you all. And I'm so, so happy for all of you. I'm so happy for all of your progress. I'm so proud of all of you. You should all be super, super proud of yourselves, first and foremost. And I'll see you either next month again, or I'm here for you. Thank you so much, ladies. Bye-bye.